You're lucky. You're lucky you're getting it, man. Mr. Peter Benton, Elizabeth Jordan, hello there. Hey, guys. Thanks a lot for checking in, for signing in. Or if you're like me, if you're always signed in. If you're using Chrome, any of you, the Chrome search engine, if you've been logged on to YouTube for a long time, don't log out because they're going to pause your account. So my account is now paused. So I have to use Safari and some other things that sort of ticks me off, but that's how it is. Peter, thanks a lot. So you just caught the moon in the comment again, eh? I have not seen it yet because obviously it's so freaking bad. The sky, it's just complete whiteness, nothing that I can film at all. Elizabeth, thanks again for being here. But yeah, you got some nice shots. So I didn't even get to see the sun when you got the sun too. You guys can check out Peter's channel too, even though there's only Elizabeth here right now. There'll be more people coming in. Alpha male in the house. Let's hear it. How's it going? Thanks for being here. So we got Darpa going to be doing a project with NASA, little nuclear thermal propulsion, which they got, the Pentagon got caught years ago in the beginning of 2000 and like 209 to 215, something like that, where they were doing projects with a private organization, serious projects pertaining to the moon, wanting to nuke it, wanting to do a whole bunch of things there. Thanks so much for coming in, everyone. Nirka Lopez, Cuba, afternoon to all. Thank you very much. Muchas gracias. Buenos dias, buenas noches, because it's now evening. Thank you, eh? Muchas gracias, amiga. We have Janine. Comment Janine? Comment ça va? Merci d'être ici. Hey, j'ai eu des beaux cadeaux cette semaine. Whoop. Chino, Puerto Rico. Welcome back. Thank you very much. I tell you, it was a hell of a thing. So yeah, 2 weeks off. I was able to stream last Wednesday and Friday also, but was down 2 weeks. A lot of people were gone, obviously, because I wasn't posting any videos, and I'm really sorry about the gap that created. Even though the sky is completely milky here, that doesn't matter because there's always footage that we can work on, and I'm going to take advantage of working on the surface of the moon, a whole bunch of anomalies, maybe even looking for some new anomalies because I can't say anything. We can't say anything. Well, we can say a lot of things, but not everything. Alios, everyone's appearing on top. What the heck? Merci beaucoup, mon frère. Thank you, Elias. Did I miss anyone? Moving right along. Thanks, brother. George Klaus, j'espère que ça va bien ce soir, mon ami Elias. Alors, Elias, j'ai de la misère à parler. La tempête commence, Elias. We got the storm here starting. La tempête, the storm. La tempeta. I'm just making that up. That's not Mexican at all. So we're supposed to, hey, Margaret Leach, hello to you. Chris, thanks, guys. Beverly, Brayley, thank you very much. Much love to you, too. Thanks, you guys and gals, for the amazing support. They do, Stephen A., all the time. Again, Chino, Puerto Rico. Thanks for being here, you guys. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for all the incredible support, you guys. George Klaus, everyone in the house. VC Coins, Nevada. Hello, everyone. Hello. Thank you. Welcome, guys. And to all newcomers, if ever any of you are new to the channel, thank you so much for coming by. If it's your first time to check out the videos. Unfortunately, and I'm sick to my stomach about it, I'm sure most of you are too, there's always been clickbait on YouTube, but do you notice now how it's mayhem? It's horrible. There's a video out there saying that they found Egyptian statues on Mars. Didn't even talk about it, obviously, nor did anyone here talk about it. They're talking about the death of Simon Cowell, which it wasn't true. So I'm seeing a lot of videos coming up, like a lot of deliberate live videos, and the clickbait really gets me mad. Oh my gosh, did they finally get him with an icon like this? And you look at the video, you get to the video starts out like, imagine if it was so. Well, you just said it was so in the video title. But these channels get millions of views, you know. They're smart, you know, but you'll get a lot of views of people just spontaneously going by because of clickbait, but you don't get them back, right? Like if somebody comes on the channel and says, okay, wait a minute, he says the moon's inhabited and that they're hiding his channel. Why did I put that channel, that title up for the last video? Because it's not clickbait at all, but it will make someone want to watch the video and probably pretty mad if you didn't see any real proof in the video. So then you started watching off the video. Okay, he's singing the blues now. I'm sure a lot of you clicked off either at the end of the blues or before the blues, but then when you get into the video, you say, "Oh shit, he's really finding some stuff on the moon." Just no two ways about it. The visual proof, we have it. Stephen A, thanks for being here. I got some like Stephen A, and like a lot of you are excited because of the fact that there are people on the moon. So that means that, they can't hide it forever. They're going to hide it for a long time. They have hidden it for a long time, but they probably won't be able to hide it forever. Gracias, Nirka Lopez Cuba. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate that. Bro, I can't wait to see how close you can get to it. If the weather allows over there, I'm praying. And yes, for those that don't know, it's comet. You check out Peter's video. He's spotting it. So it's starting to come into view now. And at one point, you're going to see a tail. The tail broke up, man, when it went by the sun on the 12th. And now it's supposed to pass by Earth on February 2nd. But I suggest everyone to be looking between the 1st and the 2nd, because you never know. Sometimes they tell you something's going to be there an hour ahead or an hour less, So is the camera all smudged up? Are you guys seeing me okay? Eyes wide open. So yeah, it's coming by the 27th, the 28th, 29th. We should start to really see it coming by. It's going to go by at 40 million miles from Earth, which is about a fifth of the distance of the sun to the this to the that. I don't remember anymore. Anyway, it's going to be about 40 million kilometers. So we know the sun at its furthest, 400,000 miles. It's a couple of times, maybe 10 times further than that. But with the infrared camera, those of you that do have infrared cameras, the asteroid C2022 E3 ZTF, they have a hell of a name. It's basically on the outskirts of the solar system, and it comes by once every 50,000 years. They know that, no problem, by its trajectory. Okay, it's like, yep, look at that in the camera there. Let's see. Oh, yeah, every 51,000 years about comes by. I don't know how the hell they can do that. It's science, right? Science is a theory, that's for sure. But sometimes, and look, the name, for those that don't know, an asteroid is named partly by the date that it was found. So 2022 is not long ago. So it's been around for a long time, the comet. Most likely, but they say it goes around once every 50,000 years. So how many big ass comets and or asteroids and meteors come by Earth every so many thousands of years that maybe possibly hit Earth? Like the one that went by Earth and hit it, if it didn't develop the moon like everyone's saying, which is still just a theory, basically, because I don't lean on every theory, but I keep them all in the list because I know anything can be possible. Yes, there it is. Crazy Music Space Jam. The music is in the house, and that's a channel where everyone and anyone that's musical, talented or not, want to talk about instruments, want to pop up on screen with us and do a whole bunch of projects. You can check out his setup, his musical setup. I say it every time. I know that new people come here. That's Elias Valhatla's channel that you just saw over top. Elias, who's been here since the beginning of time, but that's another project channel that we're going to be doing some projects on it, having fun, just nothing but fun. But do check out his setup. He also speaks English, so when he streams, the more you speak English, the more he works. But it'll start him out, then I'll get more French people. But I suggest you go check out his channel, maybe even subscribe to encourage him. Like anyone, a couple of subscribers sometimes when the channel's interesting, of course, because we're not just goes up to him. We're not even allowed doing that. So if you like anybody's channel, like even mine, you can even subscribe to my channel. 4:56 p.m. in Maryland, and we have 5:03 here, and it's starting to snow. So they upped the predictions to 30 centimeters plus for Montreal here, and a lot of blowing winds. I think this one's going to hurt a little bit when we get the winds. Well, 30 centimeters becomes really quickly 40, 50 centimeters with the blowing snow. So you got one neighbor that has 75 centimeters in his yard, and the next neighbor has nothing. Then the neighbor goes out and looks at the next neighbor. I remember that one day it was so windy here, all the snow lifted up out of my driveway that I didn't shovel because people have in their minds, what are you doing not shoveling your driveway? I have a tin roof and I have to catch the snow because I have no gutters. When that snow comes off my roof, I don't know if you guys have any tin roofs, and it slides off. Don't be drinking coffee because you're going to spit it out all over the place. You're going to drop, choke on your food. It's a hell of a noise when it leaves the roof. And I need snow in my yard to catch the roof snow so it won't bounce to the neighbor's house and wreck their car. So neighbor for a long time, hey, looking at the land. You know why I don't shovel that section right there? You know why I leave a block there? No, why? Well, now you know. So he doesn't park there anymore. He backs up his car. But we get a lot of snow here, and you see we weren't supposed to get any snow for the rest of the year, actually, because that was a prediction. But the sun is very tantalizing, always changing, that's for sure. Elle était malade, vraiment, vraiment malade, la Darla. Et va prendre une autre semaine, certain. Là, le dernier que j'ai parlé, ça va quasiment là, 4-5 jours, puis en email, puis elle répond pas fort sur les emails non plus. Là, elle est sur le cul, d'après moi. D'après moi, là. Mais ça, c'est peut-être juste moi, là, parce qu'elle n'a jamais manqué aucune de mes streams. Là. Moi, j'ai dit dans un email, prends le temps de guérir. I told Darla, take the time to really, really feel better before coming back and have the stress with the trolls here. I said, I suggest you take a couple of weeks off to better yourself. Everyone's sick, eh? And we can't talk about it. Jimbo, good day, people. Thank you so much. Lisa Eckerly, how's everyone doing? Thanks for being here. Hey, family, how are you doing? We're doing well. We're preparing for a very big snowstorm. And video here today. I'm working on videos on other platforms, keeping busy today. Always very, very busy. I got some, listen. I got Anika of Thoth. Extremely thoughtful. She made this and I love it. Beautiful message on it, of course. And I love the image. Pretty trippy. It looks like a protest in Ottawa somewhere. Thank you, Anika. And for the amazing letters. You guys rock. These are Christmas letters coming in. Imagine. No, I don't have a bag for fan mail yet because I don't get that many, really don't get that many letters. But when I do, it's always something so freaking thoughtful. And Susan Ravella and Ro, thank you so much. Hope your Christmas is out of this world. And I think that's just absolutely amazing. And guys, Susan, Ro, thank you for the generous contribution on myevent.com. Also, I can't thank you enough for that and for supporting the channel. And the comment, Susan, also, I just have to thank you guys right away because that's how it is. Got another beautiful card. Happy holidays. Right there. Happy holidays. Generous contribution. My event. $20. And Joyeux Noël. Bonne heureuse année. And this is from Marilyn. Marilyn, thanks for the beautiful words. Wishing you a happy holiday with plenty of fun, joy, laughter, and may the year that follows be prosperous, kind, and bountiful for your family and yourself. Bruce sees all. And this was Happy Holidays from Marilyn with a generous contribution on myevent.com. And I thank you very much, guys. Moving right along. This is awesome, actually. Nothing cooler than receiving letters, Sort of makes you feel important for a couple of days. I'm kidding, but I really appreciate it. And Marie Dunn, I hope she's here. And it could be that she's not here. She's going to be on the friend stream. But of course, guys, a beautiful, look at that. Thoughtful and beautiful card from Marie Dunn. And Marie Dunn must have overheard me You guys are going to think this is a promotion and it's going to laugh. But I mean, I have to thank her. Listen to this, guys. I mentioned that I eat buckets of olives because I like olives, right? So she gets me some olives. Okay. That's not it. Olives. And she must have overheard me talking about chocolate. I was going to pretend the bag was full, but I ate it. It's empty. Chocolate again. And this one I didn't open yet, but I'm going to very soon. She got me a box of milk chocolate, all different flavors and savors, guys. I thank you a whole lot for that. Marie-Donne, je te remercie beaucoup, mais je vais te remercier sur le live stream sur la chaîne OVNI Québec Astronomie. Mais si jamais tu es à l'écoute ici, merci beaucoup. If ever you're listening, thank you very, very much. That was super thoughtful and cool. And this one, I think I said it. Yes, from Susan Ravella. Again, guys, look at this one. Love it. Santa Claus. Every year, a couple of people send me some cool Santa, UFO Santa cards, and I always think it's absolutely amazing. And just absolutely, extremely, ever so thoughtful. And Anika Thoth, the beautiful letter that you had sent. And Anika had problems. Again, thanks, Anika. I'm going to hang this up if you don't mind. The beautiful words, of course, at the same time. Just absolutely beautiful. And she had problems. I know you had problems sending the letter. Sometimes some people have problems and then it goes back to them. So Marilyn and everyone, my gosh, thank you so much. And I want to say, you guys, thanks for the patience because it takes me a month to get to the mail. Jimbo's here. Moving right along. BSN Rayo. I really wanted to thank everybody. I mean, thank you so much, guys. Hey, Bruce, we are completely buried under snow. How's it going there? Hey, BSN Rail, we got one snowfall this winter so far. That's it. And we got about 15 centimeters. That was about a bit less than a week ago, a couple days ago. We got the freezing rain before that. That was a sign of the snow was going to arrive. But now 30 centimeters on the way. And the snowstorm, not the snowstorm, the snowstorm just started about an hour ago, and it's going to intensify. The winds are going to get up. So I hope if ever there's any interruption or you see there's a problem with the signal, don't wonder why. It could very well be because of me on my end. Again, Lisa, thank you so much, you guys, for being here. I love you guys so much. Couldn't comment a minute ago. Much love, guys. Yeah, so that's what I mean. Hey, I am Kai. There could be a definite storm. You know, Kai, I bring this when I go out, and I use it as a knife now. I'm telling you, that's the best thing you want to have in your pockets. It's something I always held. Okay, when you have keys and you go to the bank, not that $200 is a big amount to pull out, but a lot of people, especially these days, are getting jacked, at the bank machine and stuff like that. So I'm always a guy that walks around with a key or something, between the two fingers like that when you're doing your stuff. You never know. Turn around, surprise someone. I'm a real badass. Or a pussy, excuse the expression. But you never know. He can never be too safe, because if someone's going to jump someone at 240 pounds, he's crazy. He's definitely crazy. The Earth is a body at rest. Gravity is a surface phenomena. Oh, yes, George Klaus. I'm not going to disagree with that. A spinning molten core is bullshit. Well, I'm telling you, more and more people are saying that. You got even some professional science that are actually talking about the body being at rest. But of course, the ones that go with the system, right? But that is something I would not block out of my list, say top 10 list of theories that I believe in. For sure. Gravity is still a theory, and they just, correct me if I'm wrong, George, 2021 or 2022, maybe 2021, not long ago, they finally decided that gravity was a wave. They're just talking about this now there. Like the gravity being a theory phenomena. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. For sure. So they spin a top and they say it's the same thing as a top, everything's pulled to the center. Like when you're in it doesn't mean that it's so. It could be something else, another powerful object, either supporting or propelling the planets. And that's a good one for sure. I believe it. So BSN Rayo in the house. Thanks for coming back, you guys. And over the years, BSN Rayo and all of you, everyone that's here, thanks for being here over the years and always coming back. George Klaus, thanks again. A couple of you have been here quite a while. Thanks for welcoming everyone, you guys. Really appreciate that. Sorry, Bruce, it's been a while. I went anonymous for a bit. Hey, Cell 3, it's all good, brother. Sometimes we have to. I tell you what, starting this research, if I would have known what they would have tried to do to me and my family, I would have probably gone anonymous. But no hiding. Bruce Schwartz, Canada, Quebec. It'd be hard for me to hide. If you look up Bruce Schwartz in the USA, you'll get a good laugh because Bruce Schwartz is actually head of crime division in in the USA. I always thought maybe that's why I had a hard time with people reaching my channel because of my name, maybe Bruce Schwartz. Lo and behold, it's not because of my research. You never know. Yeah, Lisa, it was good. Thanks for checking it out, Lisa. Hey, hello there, Kassar in the house. Merci, mon frère. Thanks, brother. And thanks for the incredible support. And everyone, he says, thanks a lot, bud. Karen 18, thanks for all the comments and everything too, Karen 18. I appreciate that. Lisa, I can't thank you enough. I get super hyped. So the last video, we saw some things and some research that over the years I've been documenting. For those that don't know the channel, when you get here, there's always so much research and accumulation of documentation, and I go over them continually. I show them differently. I show them better when I can, or maybe something happens in the news and I'll show them, but there's always new footage. But when there's no sky or there's no capability for me to film stars or film the moon, I have a lot of research and we'll go through them. But there's a lot of variation here, podcasts. We stream Wednesdays at 5 p.m. Eastern time for those interested. And we stream twice, guys, on Friday. We have some awesome conversations. If you're new to the channel, that one or two people here, maybe. And Fridays, I stream at 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern, Montreal time, and 1 and 8, so 1 to 3 and 8 to 10. And we have a lot of fun, some good conversations. Love you, Lisa. Thanks so much, you guys. Suzanne's in the house. Darpa wanting to work on they're partnering with NASA and Darpa together to develop a spacecraft, thermal nuclear propulsion spacecraft, to be used, if I'm not mistaken, to go to Mars. But all this talk about Mars, and be listening in the news, guys, you're going to see a lot of cuts. NASA is choosing on which missions to save, which missions to abolish, to terminate, and if and what they're going to start as new missions. And that's, for me, really scary. I've been talking about this for 2 years now, that imagine if Artemis program is set back to 2026 or 2027, or if they abolish it altogether. A lot of you said they're not going to go to the moon. So there's a lot of people watching their every move of NASA to see exactly what they're going to do. If you listen to the news, we really are in a space age. The stuff that they're trying to innovate, develop, the partnerships that are happening now with defense, the military, the Pentagon, the Space Force, and all the countries, got India, UK, France, Canada now wanting to do launches from Nova Scotia. They've been working on a launch pad since last year to launch Ukrainian rockets. No comment. So it'd be nice of us to launch maybe Canadians from, or Americans, our neighbors, using the launch pad, since Nova Scotia must be close to the border. That's always so. Ready 555. Thanks for being here. Howdy. Karen 18. Thanks again for all the comments, everything. Very important. Thanks for the thumbs up, you guys. And thanks for taking the time to subscribe. We were supposed to go at 0.4 on the 23rd, but it didn't happen. So much disappointment. No, this is how it is here. You can't subscribe more than once. So if you're subscribed here, it's not even a must. It's just encourage the creator. YouTube says it, the more Oh, there are bot channels too. Eyes wide open, some bot channels here. Last year there was 1,150, and YouTube does a cleanup every year. For 2 years in a row, they did that, and they go through all your subscribers and any bot channels. They get rid of them. The lowest, or should I say, the highest that I had was 1,500 bot channels here last year, and they all disappeared. And that's something you want to disappear. You don't want a bot channel on your channel, because it sort of looks like there's a real community, and there's not, right? So that would explain why, if I have 96,000 subscribers but you don't see much views, no, because channels that have 100,000 subscribers and even 1,000,000 subscribers, except for the amazing ones, the lucky ones that get a lot of views, they don't get that many views as compared. So, you get 10,000 views or something in a day. If you have 400,000 subscribers, it doesn't mean you're going to get 400,000 views. Like if I was getting 96,000 views a day, wow. I would have gotten the other telescope a long time ago, and I wouldn't have needed any help either. Keeping only the people that I watch now. No clickbait here. Thank you. Absolutely, Nyaka. Yes, see, I agree. It's true, because there's a lot of clickbait on YouTube. And unfortunately, well, those of you that are making videos here, or like a lot of you like me, you must know that YouTube is literally telling you to develop your title into something spectacular, to use colors and everything. Me, when I put up the icon in the videos, every single video that you see is an icon from in the video. I thought that's what we had to do, right? Sometimes I do. Don't get mad at me this year. Sometimes I do. I will put up a title that's not clickbaity, but it's very, very enthusiastic, like I just did. The moon's inhabited. This channel is being held back because I'm showing the truth. It's true. So for me, it's not a clickbait title, but some people are really going all out with a clickbait title. The war in Ukraine. If you listen about the war in Ukraine, there's videos about, hey, Ukraine is winning. Hey, Russia's winning. 10,000 dead on one side, 10,000 dead on the other side. And they're not talking about it in the news. It's just people showing the same images of Russia from years ago. It's too bad, because, but seriously, this month, it's crazy, all the clickbait that I've been seeing around YouTube. So hopefully some people, like, on top of it, where are the trolls? Right? They should, well, I get a lot of trolls, but there should be a lot more in the comment section that are upset with my research, and not just someone with 10 channels, fake channels, saying the same thing. There should be a lot of controversy in the comment section. You look at all the space channels, people should be here saying, afternoon, Bruce, the moon is plasma. Hey, I respect that, guys, all theories. I don't have to agree with them, and but I don't have to agree with them and not respect them. I do respect all theories, even the ones I disagree with. I have a hard time with that one, the moon being plasma. But I use the common sense, because look at it the way you want. My reply to that person was, why would plasma show us cities and lights leaving the moon? Lights could be plasma. Sure, no problem. But I really think the moon is solid. The outer layer of the moon is more solid than the inside, and more solid than Earth's crust. It's like titanium, and very dense sections on the moon, especially the mares. They can't even send satellites over the mares, certain mares like Mare Crisium, Mare Serenitatis, because the density in the surface is pulling down the satellites. Every time it goes over it, there's a resistance, and it pulls them down. So, yes, Cuba in the house. Closest I ever got to Cuba was Dominican Republic. Very long time ago. My only trip out here after my dad had passed away. We were young, and my mother said, well, I'm going to bring the kids down south. Went to Florida and Miami also at the same time, right after. And then we went to Dominican Republic. And listen, I love Dominican Republic. I wish I would have gone to Cuba, though. A lot of people see it's both places. The Cubans are amazing people. I'm not just saying that, Nyaka. I'm serious. I had the chance to meet a lot of Cubans, even in Dominican Republic. It was absolutely incredibly polite, incredible people. But I had a chance to speak Creole. I was getting really good at speaking Creole also. Losing it all now, of course. Hey, Nyaka, you want to hear a funny joke? Well, it might not be that funny, but the guard Emilio over there at that time found it funny. He had a long machete because there's bats that come in the Dominican Republic. I'm sure Cuba too, probably at night. And me being Canadian, it's like, bats. Never before seen bats that size. The bats here are usually the size of lighters. And, he's outside with his knife. And the next day when I came downstairs, I said, I wanted him, I was just, a young kid too at the same time. So I'm asking him what fruits in Dominican Republic, Emilio, the guard that was there, awesome guy, no gun or anything, just this machete at night. And he tells me, coconuts, bananas, but be careful. Turista, don't eat the bananas, which I did. And I was sick as a dog because I ate them green. But anyways, he said, so I asked him, I said, no, you guys don't grow like peaches here or anything, right? But the way I asked it, Nyaka, I used the word el pecho. And I was really embarrassed when I went back to the house to look into the book where I saw it said el pecho, which it meant breasts. I was like, oh my God. So I was going around asking people for el pecho, and they were looking at me like this. Like I was a freak. And don't forget, I was like 12, 13 years old going around, this little fat kid looking for el pecho. Not funny because it was breasts. So anyways, I brought a book over there when I went to the Dominican Republic to speak Creole, and it's what I loved doing today, and it's what I loved doing back then, is learning sentences and just walking up to someone, hey, hola, ¿cómo estás? I was good to start a sentence, and then when they would reply to me, I couldn't reply. I was just like, have a nice day. See you mañana. Hasta mañana. Anyways. Funny story. It wasn't, but it was a funny story. You'd have to be there to see the face on Emilio when I asked him for El Pecho. So then he turned around and told some buddies a bunch of stuff, and it was obviously saying this porky Canadian kid's looking for breasts. But anyways, a funny story. I was sure pêche in French is peach. So peach, pêche. I said pecho. Yeah, it makes sense. Pecho. Nope, breasts. So I don't know what peach means in Spanish, but I'd have to learn it. But there's no peach in Spain anyways, I don't think. Oh, maybe there is. It doesn't really matter by this time. Hello from Melbourne, Australia, open-minded. We need some open-minded people. There are a few, apparently, in the world, that's for sure. My eyes see a wonder. I set myself asunder. I view to see a Bruce wonder. That is definitely something to ponder. That didn't rhyme. Ponder. But anyways, I tried. Stephen J. Ford, thank you for being here. I don't know. I haven't talked to her in a while, but I gave her the week off. I said, I don't even want to see you if you're not feeling very good. But we'll get some answer when she posts in her community, probably on her channel on Darla Lama. But at the same time, with the storm and everything, the weather changes here, blah. There's not going to be much movement probably from many people. We're going to be stuck inside here for a while because it's going to get really serious. By the way, they're announcing 30 by the time we wake up tomorrow, but now it's going all the way to tomorrow evening. So it's going to snow tonight and all day and the part of the night tomorrow. So we'll see how much is there. Scott Robinson, thank you. Australia in the house. Thanks a lot, you guys. Thanks, Kai. Hey, Darina Yadanova, thank you. Hey there in Toronto, we gave a very big snowstorm. It's coming here, and of course, Toronto is going to send all that down here. So you must have got a lot of snow today. Then it's probably what's coming now. It's falling out of the sky right now. So you guys probably still have some snow that's going to last till probably tomorrow. And if not, well, it's coming down this way. We got that. Toronto, you want to know where it comes from? It came from Chicago and Texas. It's a big mass of air that's coming down that left them a lot of probably water. I'm not sure, or whatever they got, wind, water, but we're going to be getting some snow here anyways. Toronto in the house. Bobana, thank you. Barry Wally, thank you for being here. The Bin Zing Yang and Taurus spun multiplicity, multiplicities and galaxies and entities. Big yin yang. Oh, yes. Yeah. Yin yang and Taurus. I get it for sure. Speaking of yin yangs, actually, China, their Tiangong space station, right? If I'm not mistaken, there were supposed to be some projects or missions that Americans, astronauts, were going to go to the space station, but I don't know if they're going to be doing that now. So unfortunately, they're abolishing the ties, which is so sad because, you know, they got good ties. We got good ties with a couple of other countries, but it should remain like that. But now it's sort of like we're in a world war. Barry Wally, thank you so much for being here. Open-minded, I thank you for that. I appreciate it. Ah, I love that. Listen, how can you not appreciate the title of that? But those are eye openers. A lot of people aren't getting it. Look at that, Flu World Order. What the hell? A lot of people still don't know what the new world is, and we're in a new age for sure. The astronauts that said it when they supposedly came back from the moon with the white faces. I don't think they ever got a chance to set foot there. What do you think of Gina Colvin's work on these subjects? No comment, but I thank you for asking. Evelyn, hello there. Just got your notice. Awesome. Thank you so much. I had problems with a lot of people from the community there, but Gina, I don't know. I watched some of her videos. I respect all other channels, but she's not doing the work that I'm doing here. That's for sure. There's no device or anything. There's weather cameras, I think, and stuff. Dances. She likes dancing also. Dance with orbs at one point, but she said it was dust, but she said orbs, but it's okay. Child vision. Never heard of it. Flu issue wasn't so down about everything, but thanks for sharing your opinion on Gina's channel. Now we got that out in the open, so that's pretty cool. Flu is she wasn't so down about everything. I watched her for a while. Then you had to stop. Flu, she wasn't so down about everything. I watched her for a while. Then you had to stop. Aha. Robert Surfer, thanks for the good vibes, brother. I always appreciate that. Margaret says, if you and others appear at the designated spot on the moon at the same time, can you overlap to enhance the vid? No, because we're going to have two different probably regions, but I've done the stacking before, though, many a times. Stacking on the surface and stuff. Went and got the 14-inch instead. I think it's a lot better to see a lot closer. And in the last video, if you've ever seen a 30 to 43 inch telescope, the closeness that it gets on the surface of the moon, I was able to do with the 14. So if and when I get a bigger telescope, I should be able to get some pretty nice shots. And that's what was showing us the surface, really closely, because we're getting in closer and closer. But it's an idea. It's an idea. Been working alone for a long time. I tried to connect with some people. The biggest problems that I had. Yep, you're right about that, Darina. Absolutely. It's to be open-minded, right? I mean, everyone, there's no theory that's wrong. Who would I be to say that anyone's theory is wrong? Because there's so many theories. I could be wrong. We know someone's up there on the moon, right? That's a fact, but we just don't know who it is. The Gulf of Mexico is supposedly a crater. Yeah, I heard that. And as a matter of fact, another one is the Hudson River. Here, it's the biggest crater ever created by a meteor asteroid strike, they say. Hudson River. If it's not the biggest in the world, it's the biggest in Canada. But I really think it's the biggest in the world. Unless I understood wrong, you guys can check it out. The Hudson River apparently is, the St. Lawrence, we dug it out. Not me. Our ancestors did here. But yeah, that's definitely something that was caused by an asteroid or meteor strike. It's something that's going to happen. It's not something that we might get across, Snow just started here, says Elias Valhatla. Yes, and max à peu près 1 heure et demie de temps ici. Started around 4, yeah, about an hour and a half ago. And we're supposed to get 30 plus. Ils ont fait une hausse de prédiction à les hausses. Fait que là, maintenant, en place d'avoir 15, 20, 15 à 25 centimètres, là, on va avoir 30 plus. Puis avec le vent, with the wind, we're going to get over 30 centimeters. It'll be like 40, 50 centimeters with the blowing snow. And probably in about an hour and a half, 2 hours, we're going to have some problems, start having some problems with with the weight on the wires, those primitive wires. Wow. Yeah, I heard about that not too long ago. Boy, he must have a lot of bodyguards. You won't see him walking around too much in the streets, that's for sure. Yes, eyes wide open. You're absolutely right about that. Hey, snowing in Anjou. Thank you, Margaret Leach, and thanks for being here. Yeah, it's snowing here too. I think a couple of us are going to get some major snow here coming down. Yep. When people see truth, good for you guys. You should go support Gina. She might be kind-hearted. I don't disagree with that. I don't like her videos though, because a lot of her videos were a lot of bullshit lies, and that is something that eats at me when I hear any little bit of a lie. But that's just my opinion, of course. What size of brand telescope is next for you? Joel or Joel, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. The next scope, I was looking, to give you guys an idea, I was looking at Webster telescopes. That's one of the makes I was looking at. Of course, Celestron doesn't make a telescope that's over 14 inches, I don't think, or 16 inch. I think 14 is the biggest that they make. But the Webster telescope is now, the ideal is that the bigger the telescope, the smaller they're going to try to make it, because I'm trying to look into transportable. Um, Gina. Oh, Gina. A transportable telescope. The Webster telescopes are for work, and the bigger the scopes are, they have a setup where you can take them apart in three pieces. It's on two wheels. There's like a buggy. Because me, I have to take the telescopes out, in and out, every time I go outside. The 14-inch, I got to put up the 75 pounds of weight, the optical head on top. I have to set up the tripod. It's heavy, obviously, when I'm alone to do it. So the other one, bigger with the wheels, put a track right in the room in the back, condoning the room to be able to wheel it out quite simply and stabilize it there and do the research like that. But I have no idea what's next. And the ideal is, I'm also looking what I can do with the 14. We're going to up every possibility to be able to view, stars and planets also would be a plus. Because right now, really concentrated on the moon. So George, I hope you feel better, brother. Matt Street in the house. Thank you very much. Yeah. Hello, Evelyn. Love ya, my friends. Yes, I'll take it easy with the snow, but it's the only exercise I'll get in this winter. So bring it. But it's going to be a lot. I'm a little worried about the roof, obviously, because now there's some pieces off of the house. Okay, I'll scroll down here while you guys talk about Adios at work. Got to spread salt. I'll be back in a few. Oh, yeah, there we go again. Stay calm. Salt's back. I hate that. Star Hunter in the house. Thank you very much. I never talk down about any channel. When I have problems with someone from a channel, I speak up, but you can't try to convince everyone. So, like I say, you guys can obviously go to the channels that you appreciate, and that's okay. Talking about it's okay too. Just don't advertise about the channels because I don't advertise on other people's channels, if you catch my drift. Oh, Bruce, but you are important to us all. Thank you. Thank you so much. Stop it, Evelyn. My head's going to be so big. You guys are the important ones here. Oh, martini time. Martini time. Don't forget your olives. Thank you, Marie-Dunn. Trim your olives. Incredible gifts. Dan Rayo in the house. Sound like a wrestling. Dan Rayo in the house. Teddy Rose, how's it going, man? Has anyone heard how Darlama is feeling? No, she was feeling on her ass. Well, yes, but a couple days ago, but she was totally on her ass with sore bones and everything. So I told her to take it easy. I was 2-3 weeks coughing, not as bad as I guess Darla. She can't even come on. I told her take the time off. Sarah's in the house here in India for the last 3 weeks or a little more. Planes making chemtrails. I've not seen the moon due to clouds. Absolutely same here. I saw it twice, the sun and the moon and the stars, since the 7th of December 2022. Documented only 2 videos of the sun every morning when the sun's bad, I film it. I'm not going to film it every day. Like today, there was still no clearing of the sun, and I was surprised. There's not even any sunspots because those 2 sunspots that were active facing Earth are now turning around. Yes, snowstorm. Thank you, Sarah. 85 degrees in Florida tonight. Going to rain tomorrow. Will be 65 degrees, and that's your weather for today. I wish I was there. I really wish I was there. One, I love Floridians and the people in Florida, but it's especially also the weather. Hey, thanks, man. Damn right. Great. Raining like crazy in Virginia. Yeah, we're going to get a lot of precipitation. So where it's going to be raining, we'll probably get a lot of rain. And where it's going to be snowing, there's going to be a lot of snow. Raining here in Tennessee also. Wow. As far as your headlines, Bastard ain't going to let us have one at local Walmart. Things are getting crazy, AJ. I hear you on it. It's funny you say that. Vinegar. Eyes wide open. I noticed second time vinegar smell. Annoying the nose, almost like a faraway chlorine smell. And that's what I noticed. Now again, there's companies everywhere, and we don't have companies that have a smell like that. There's a company at the back there, but no smell or nothing, being burnt, no chimneys or nothing. But that's what it smelled. And that was actually after it had snowed, after they had just chemtrailed that. So it's really weird. Gravity is a byproduct of the Earth's field, pushing sun's wind out. That's my concept. Gravity is a byproduct of the Earth's field, pushing sun's wind out. That is very good. George Klaus has a theory. I mean, I love it. The pressure sustaining it, right? The push of the radiation from millions of miles an hour, pushing this radiation to Earth, and the Earth's magnetosphere repelling it. It's magnetic. So yeah, it makes sense. Nuclear propulsion, old school. It really is, Jay. You're right about that, my dear friend. It is old school tech for sure. They've been doing it for ages. As a matter of fact, they could have been back engineering a UFO themselves that is nuclear, thermal nuclear propelled. The winds that come off the oceans, the ocean yesterday spawned over 30 tornadoes from Houston, Texas, all up the eastern coast. See, this is crazy. And what bugs me is that I didn't hear about that in the news. And that's what's really pissing me off, that they used to talk about it all the time in the States, here in Canada. When in the States something happened, they talk about it in our news, and they're just mouth closed. They're absolutely not talking about anything. It is, Lisa. It's scary because the weather is so unpredictable now. Hey, Joel Burgess, thank you very much. Bruce Berv, Joel Burgess, sorry, signing in, had kids to sort. Absolutely. I hope you and the kids are doing well. Thanks, Joel. I appreciate that, man. England in the house, the bearded Jedi. Thanks for coming back, you guys. Thank you, sir. Hey, open-minded. That's maybe a good sign. Maybe a good sign. Me, it's always dry. I can't blow my nose and nothing comes out. It's always just dry. But that's always a problem I've had. And I've always thought because of the dryness here that it is affecting my eyes. I used to have both eyes that were allergic, and it would change. The right side, then it go to the left, right side, the left side, right side. And now it stays on the left side. Not true. The right side, yeah, I feel it. It stays on the right side more now, and it goes less often over to the left side. So at least I have some relief. Hey, Wayne Mansfield, thanks for the comments, you guys, too. Hope all is well with everybody. Absolutely. Thanks a lot. Wonder if it's time to worry about the Russian boats off the East Coast and Hawaii and in the Yukon. Yeah, I would be worried about it. I would be very worried about it. You know, when Russia got caught in Alaska, buzzing around in a submarine, if I'm not mistaken, close to where the massive internet connections and massive power lines go under the ocean and stuff like that. I mean, something for sure is going to happen. I mean, he's got all the countries now going there against him. Germany just joined, and they're sending all these. Can't even talk about it. It gets me so mad. Really upset with what's going on. I'm telling you. Supporting a country and we don't know frig all about, taking our own money to do that. Anyways, I'm not going to say anymore because I'd get thrown out of this platform. Me thinking of off subject, if Earth is so old, where is all the freaking hair? Does hair rot? Well, you never know. It could be frozen. So when Antarctica thaws, it could be one hell of a bush up there. We never know. Jason Swartz had some good videos. Thanks so much, Star Hunter, for checking him out. He did. He absolutely did. Him too. I don't think he was feeling very good the past few days. And absolutely, guys, John Swartz is my brother. You guys can check out his channel. And I absolutely insist that you do. I talk about everyone's channel that comes here all the time. My dogs are hair everywhere. Yeah. I've heard a few people suing somebody for the effects of the they're doing. If you call it chemtrails, you will lose. If for the effects of the they're doing, if you call it chemtrails, you will lose. Well, they are chemtrails, definitely. Oh yeah, that's all poison for sure. Yep, absolutely. It's on right now. Serious stuff. And Germany, so they're calling it, Kai. I saw Alex Jones this afternoon calling it World War 2.0. Lots of risks. Theory: injecting aerosols into the stratosphere could cool the planet at a cost of disrupting seasonal weather patterns. Absolutely. And that's what we would be seeing, right? And at the same time, they're going to try to either start a mini ice age or an ice age. It's definitely not good blocking out the light from the sun. Bill Gates wanted to do it with his stupid robot bubbles at the same time. Leading to widespread flooding or drought, we can harm the food supply either by reducing the amount of sunlight that reaches the crops. It's no good. Or by reducing the amount of rainfall, or both. Absolutely. And you don't need that much of a change for everything to go to hell. That's the worst of it. That's true. George, good one. Hey, our skies today, thanks for coming in. Eyes wide open. Thanks for welcoming everybody. Yeah, same here. It's absolutely ridiculous. Age of the Aquarius, no truth will be held secret for too long. I love hearing that, brother. I love hearing that. And I believe it also. I definitely believe that that's true. A lot of channels with fake subscribers or multiple emails to make more subscribers to their channels. Absolutely. And the thing with that is, if you want a plaque or want to be considered a real YouTube channel and not be taken down, you can't buy views. I know people, a lot of people buy views. I'm not going to. I want a plaque. You buy subscribers, but YouTube will slowly take all those subscribers off. So if I had fake subscribers, my channel wouldn't rise. It would go down and jump down and jump down. So like this stream here, already I just checked and it's about 8 or 9 subscribers that unsub, because that's what one troll with one lady troll, most likely with 9-10 channels. She unsubs when I post a video, and she unsubs when I stream, and then slowly comes back in. You see the 9 subs that left. The next day there's 2 to come in, 2 to come in, 2 to come in. It's to make it look like there's actually subscribing people here when there's not many people subscribing. This month was good, 300 subscribers for the month, so I'll take it. But that's usually when I go up really slowly, and when we hit 100,000, well, we have a real community here. We'll get there. Yes, absolutely open-minded. Ruffle suffered a cyber attack. Yeah, and it was called a massive cyber attack, right? A synchronized cyber attack with Rumble and Gab. I think I'm not familiar with that. It's another social media platform. They had problems. It was a synchronized attack. And from what I heard, I could be mistaken. Again, on Alex Jones, they said it was down for 8 hours, if I'm not mistaken. And that site that caused it got over in excess of over 1.5, I think, billion or million views. I'm not sure. So there was a definite problem on the platform. Hey, man, thank you so much. Merci. Grassar, guys, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, George. I'm totally bummed out with the 5G. And that's what happened, George. The people that didn't know, I was talking about the 5G and talking about this at the same time, and the blood and dangers, and they gave me a strike and then a second strike. So until Elon Musk buys YouTube, I'm going to have to be careful with what I say, but hopefully maybe he will turn out, that he's going to want to buy it. That'd be actually pretty cool. Scuttlebutt says it's clean up then fast. Yeah, you're smart, George. It's scary when it's at that point, because that's reality. It's what I believe. It's what we know. It's what we know. It's a fact. Poop, poop, poopy doop. I want to be loved by you, and nobody else. Poop, poopy doop, Betty boop. Stop sticking shit in my head, Kai. Who else remembers a game that was in the US for a little while when you had to kill the WP with fungus or a V, and I forget what else, but yeah, that rings a little bell, a big bell. Isn't that interesting, eh? They analyze us, they analyze the kids playing online on killing games and war games, and they check tactics and they check what they see. I bet you they check what they say online and stuff. I know a lot of people are going to say it sounds nuts. They're observing and examining and experimenting on humans. That's always been. And now through the physical manipulation, but now it's a bit of both, and we're headed towards frequencies, and it'll be done through frequencies. Frequencies and sounds can heal you, and they can do the opposite too, for sure. Yeah, 100%. I saw it. There's even one of the unfortunate incident where that young kid didn't make it to the hospital because they were too late to get there. Imagine that, Kai. Wayne Mansfield, I appreciate it, bro. I've been doing this channel. This is my 7th year, started at 6 years completed. And I've had a lot of people find out about the channel, but it's a bit mysterious how the popularity of my research does not reflect in the subscribers or the views here. Apparently, you could tell that they kept the channel really hush. But my goal was to answer every commenter on all the videos, because for me, YouTube tells us if there's no commenters, if there's no interaction in the comment sections, you're not going to get any views, or the algorithm's not going to push you out. But they're not pushing me out. But you guys, I love the comments and encouraging comments, the smart comments that you guys and information that you guys and gals bring here. It's really, really awesome. It's a mutual thing, that all the information that we talk about here is not just me that brought all this up. I talk about my research, but a lot of you guys bring me a lot of good ideas and change my mind many a times on what could be on the moon. But I'm open-minded. I don't want to insult you, Bruce, but it could be that it's not aliens on the moon, Bruce. I don't want you to get mad. Why would I get mad? Why would I get mad? You probably could be absolutely right. Maybe there's nobody there. I mean, it doesn't look like that. Visual proof is telling us there is something there. And the reason why we say someone is because there's no planet that we know of where there's only robots there, but it could be. Who knows? Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Jean Bug in the house. When I saw ATV long ago, it sure as heck was not a human driving a nuke powered anything, right? Light UFOs more prevalent when sun is active. Figure that. Yeah, figure that. It's funny that you say that. Here's the hiccups. Here, I was 4.5 months last year when they declared the pandemic. The UFO lights completely stopped for 4.5 months. And that coincided with the planes that were grounded, which in reality, if you did your research, which most of you did or heard or saw in videos, there was actually nothing being grounded. You could clearly see on the site that I go to see all the people leaving the US and many other countries, but especially the US, that were going to Fiji, that were going to the Bahamas, even saw some going from China to the US in a plane when people were grounded. The elites, they like driving around. Klaus Schwab likes driving around. They drive around in their planes, not small planes, like they buy Boeing 747s for themselves, and they drive around, and the carbon footprint, even though it's not real, the carbon footprint, we're still going to bug the elites for driving around so much. They're the ones that are making all the carbon footprint. But in reality, I'm starting to wonder if it's not helping the environment, all the planes, because we need some carbon. All these lies that they're telling us, we don't know what's real or what's not anymore. Kimberly LaBelle, hello, thank you. Makes the Vice strategy terrifying, realistic simulation for over 700 million games played. I love looking at those areas. Those are the places where not a lot of people go and check. And then you're sitting there, you tell someone, and people are like, maybe it's hard to believe people aren't interested. Most of the Creole words I know are dirty. Yes. Yeah. Well, El Pecho was a dirty one when Emilio laughed his head off when I told him. I was like, it's not that funny. There's no peaches in the tree. It's not that funny. And I kept telling him, El Pecho. Oh my God, he must have, what a creep. This 12-year-old kid from Canada looking for breasts in Dominican Republic. Could have gotten in trouble asking the police officer, hey, El Pecho, El Pecho. What the hell are you talking about? Thanks, Lisa. Hi from Scotland, Grace Shields. Thank you very much. I appreciate that so much. Grace Shields in the house. Lee, Indiana in the house. Peter Benton in the house. Scrolling down. Laura, they're on the moon, guys. Laura, they're on the moon. They're on the moon. They are on the moon. It's going to come out soon. I know it. They're going to disclose it. They have no choice but to disclose it. But it would only make sense, and I said it a long time ago, like a lot of you, they're going to have to change the whole system. Hello, Lee. They're going to have to change the whole entire system, including the religions that are going to watch the sparring, the fighting that's going to go on amongst religious people. The nicest people supposedly in the world, those religious people, the kindest and most thoughtful, but they're not the most open-minded. I'll tell you that. And that's what's going to be coming. There's going to be a lot of disappointed people. But if you believe in a certain religion and you have a certain faith, I want you to stay with that belief. Don't change anything in your mind. And don't be so upset, those of you that are really religious, when they came out with a lie and now they're going to come out with the truth and it was different from what you learned. Don't feel bad. God would appreciate you believing and wanting to learn about him. That's what I said at a young age. Why would God be mad at me for being in the wrong religion? If the person, not me, but in theory, in general, if a person's religious is because they're trying to better themselves and they're trying to get closer to a God, I'm pretty sure a God would appreciate that, But some people are a little stuck on the Bible without being able to be open-minded. Religious people that come here, those are the smartest one. And let me finish. The religious people that come here and that can watch my videos and not get insulted. I asked a religious person, what do you think those lights are on the moon? Could be the devil. Either way, it's created by God. And that's right. A simple equation, simple answer, which doesn't change anyone's belief system or not. And if they created everything above and below the firmament, there's probably a lot of beings we didn't see that they created. So did you think they would have listed every being in the Bible? No. Probably not. Sure, they listed hundreds of family names and generations, but I think that's only a part of the Bible. Maybe in the year 3000 or 4000, we'll have a complete Bible, right? But it's still all translated and put into the person's own words, and certain languages do not have certain expressions. So if there was an expression back in the day that they used, we're not going to understand it fully today. And in a way that it sort of remains that everything's hidden because of that. So we all contribute to the truth. Gina is doing her part. Bruce is doing his. We should always share. Absolutely. We should always share. Absolutely. It's the advertising I don't like. That's for sure. But as for sharing, as for liking Gina, I got no problem with that. Me, I'm here to talk, about the research and about space and stuff like that. A heads up is always appreciated. I've been letting people do that for years. But I'm against channels that have videos that don't tell the truth. So that's just my opinion. I saw certain videos, and that's how I remain. Who remembers in November of 2017 when Trump's Twitter went down for 11 minutes a day before 11 Saudi princes were arrested? That rings a bell. Why did SA donate so much money to the Clinton Foundation? Yeah, that's another thing. Why did what's his face on Facebook? Zuckerberg? I always mix up with the CNN guy. Mark gave a lot of money to the U.S. government during Biden elections, millions of dollars, wanted to help them out. Then after that, Congress was on his ass, right? So he was trying to maybe pay for a way out. Maybe, I'm just saying that, but I think it's pretty obvious. De l'Arizona jusqu'à Labrador qu'il y aura la neige. Ouf. Hey, Joël, merci beaucoup. And Joel Saint Jean just said from Arizona. They're announcing snow from Arizona to Labrador. So, there's going to be a lot of snow. On est avé de voir ça, Joël. Là, ça a commencé là, présentement. Là, ça fait une couple d'heures là, que ça tombe ici. Thank you, New York. Thank you. Eyes wide open. Appreciate that. It's the best footage on the moon that anyone will ever see, but it's only the people that come here that want to see the truth that are going to see the truth. Today at May, that's another thing, Lee. The up and down of the melt and stuff there. I'm telling you. Oh, I saw that one again. So yeah, could be a Webster. I have no idea. I'm still looking at other sizes. When you start to get into a telescope that's 30, 43 inches, for example, no, but you never know. I'm going to have to at one point have an observatory and to have everything, stable. And for me, for what I mean by observatory is punching out a wall, making another little extra box. Telescope is big, but it's not the end of the world. And all I need is a room big enough for the telescope to be able to go around with a hatch is what I would like to do, and probably eventually do that. Just got in from work. I got a notification here. Thank you. I'm maybe come and take me by the hand. Show me what you can. Thank you. It's always fun when we finish working, eh? And the day is over. Bern is here in the house. Thank you very much, Bern. Beautiful blue skies in southwestern Oregon. That is awesome. Oh, wow. Yeah, and I'll tell you what, Will, that's the same thing on my end. I saw things that defied laws of physics and did not make any sense. So I know that the other side is real. That's all I needed to know. The other side was real, even if it can't be explained. I don't look to explain the unknown. I just know that the unknown is real, and I keep my eyes open. And when I see things, sometimes for love, thank you very much. Yikes! Suzanne is in the house. Yes, exactly, Suzanne. Lee, listen, thank your wife on my behalf, please. And I thank you guys so much for taking the time to listen and really appreciate that. It takes a long time to gather a real community and people that are interested. I honestly thought this would get millions of people coming by here, but it's just that it's blocked out. So I consider myself lucky that I can remain on and up anyway. So very happy about that. Again, Joel, thank you very much. Or JTOL, I appreciate you asking, my friend. Yeah, absolutely, man. I've been neglecting my guitar for a couple of days. That's why I sang a little silly blues in the last video, because I like the attention. No, but I love singing. Singing is something that makes me um, a lot happier. It's elect a trick. Yeah, well said, Kimberly Bell. We usually get the weather you have 2 days later, Ohio, US. Yeah, me, that's like Florida and stuff. We all have these where we base, where we know when something's hitting in a certain area. When Florida gets a hurricane, we get wind here for 3 to 4 days, massive wind, nothing like the hurricane, but we get like a lot of wind, like 60 to 70 kilometer an hour winds, which is a lot without there being a hurricane, but not as much as a hurricane, that's for sure. Howdy from Texas, Thadia Man. Thadia Man, thank you very much. Yes, yes, Robert. Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you, Nirka. I appreciate that. Bruce, I have a question. Where are you going to be able to keep something so big? I'm single. That's the answer. If I had a girlfriend right now, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm going to do. It's that no matter how big it is, Lisa, what I'm doing is I don't even have a kitchen table here or there. I got rid of the couch too on the other side, and the telescope is surprisingly small as compared to what people may think the size might be. When you see the arm go up really high, it usually comes apart in three pieces. So what I would do is the back room in the back, the cheapest thing to do is to put two rails that I can just sit and put in two holes on the door and just push out on the wheels the telescope and set up the two pieces. That way, when I'm done, just back up and roll it back in. If I had a heated garage, which I don't even have a foundation on the garage. You could see outside everything. I don't keep much in there. But if it was a heated garage, I could also do something. But here, there's a lot of things blocking my view. So we'll have to see. But that's completely planned. I've been taking the 14-inch scope out, setting it up every time I go out. And I'm going to be doing the same thing with the other telescope. And if not, well, of course, well, then it'll be my turn to invest into building a part of the house. And it's like, that's a dream. Building something, even a bathroom's like 15, 30,000. Like, no, thanks. I'm talking about busting a hole in my roof from my bedroom and sticking a ladder or platform up right over my bed. I'm not kidding. I'm single. This is my house is an observatory. And by the time I die, it's going to be a tower, is what I say, wishful thinking, but Rich Birch, separate channel to see live streams from your telescope. No, but thanks for asking. Well, I have a French channel, I have a Spanish channel, I have a Patreon channel, but as for all the videos and everything I've ever gotten, it's always showed on the videos. Here I have neighbors that are here, and a neighbor has like a company next door with a garage, and the noise, the sounds with the train going by and the traffic for me, never will I do a stream outside. I like zooming up on the moon and adjusting the exposure. I don't have the programs to do that outside, so I have to do it inside. But a lot of people ask, and in eventuality that I would have liked to have done the infrared live, I have to look into being able to do that. I would obviously have to connect the wire, go live, and connect the wire to have a live, just simply the camera streaming into the on the desktop, and then I'll post that in the desktop, start a stream. This is possible, and then I would have to share the desktop and the volume, and you should be able to hear something. I'd have to do some tests with that. Absolutely, I am Kai. Thanks a lot, brother, for being here. Hell yeah. Thank you so much. Absolutely, Lisa. If you guys want to see me streaming on Fridays also, and listen, people, thank you so much, Peter Benton. Thanks, brother. Kai says, what if channel's name is lower something something? What if channel's name is lower something something? Sounds like a low channel. Labs, right on. Thanks, Lisa. So you guys come by the streams. Listen, I got something on the moon in the last video. If anyone's here right now that did not see the last video, please go see the video. It's exposing something that NASA has never leaked a video like that. The news has never shown any videos like that. It's literal creature-like objects flying around in the atmosphere of the moon. Anybody want a coffee? I'll be right back. Thanks for coming in, you guys. Oh. Nioka Lopez, muchas gracias, amiga. That's a lot. I was looking how to say that's a lot. Mucho. Anyways, thank you very much. I appreciate that's a lot, Nioka. Thank you so much, you guys. That's my short intermission. But the reason why, not all of you, but mostly, which most of you don't know, the Gina Colvin troll comes here. Doesn't mean it's her, but there's a troll here from the community. And when they come, they continually ask each stream, have you ever heard of Gina? And some people say that she gets the same things as you and stuff. She doesn't have a telescope, doesn't have a camera. And it gets me mad when people say that she does. She could be disclosing. It could be a whole bunch of people are disclosing. But here, the effort and the work that I put in here, I really appreciate it. We stick with the channel here since the channel is like freaking dead, trying to grow the channel. Absolutely want to grow this channel. It's only a matter of time till they take my channel down, is what I say. Grandmaster UV, reigning in Maryland. Thank you very much, Grandmaster UV, for being here. There you go. Thank you so much, my friends. Same, Robert, the same thing here, man. We cannot see anything in the sky. I can't see anything. I haven't seen anything for days and days, weeks off end, actually. George says Earth facing diminishing sunspots are baffling. Really are. They really are. They just turned now. So now we're going to get the weather. And it's funny. It's not during the sunspots, the weather phenomena. It's as soon as it turns back. That, you know. Oop, just a minute, please. Well, I got a call. I said maybe it was a family member. So I went to see Nyoka Lopez. Thanks again, eh? Appreciate that. No sun for weeks for Lisa either. It's the same thing here, guys. Like, seriously, it's the first time in my life that I've been that long without seeing the sun. Like, we all go a long time. We can go a week, even 2 weeks on, freak accident moments. But now it's ridiculous. It's continually clouding us over. The moon's the closest it's been in 1,000 years. And I always say, I know this is a fact, the moon causes a lot of precipitation. Test. I'm going to have to go all the way down. The volume's not working. Somebody just write, oh, they probably already did, telling me that I'm not on, so I'm going to go down. Welcome, Maria. Yvonne, test. I'm going to have to scroll down here. Jeez, I'm getting there. Mark Goldman. Hey, brother. So can you guys hear me? Let's see. Norma C. I have to scroll all the way down. Hope you guys are hearing me right now. So I'm going to scroll down if you can't. Okay. Mary Lynn. Mary Lynn, thank you. And that's at 6:18. Okay. So I'm back on. So that's funny. When I click on the mute and I put it back on, it took a little while for the volume to come back because it must have been lagging. Mary Lynn, thanks for the generous contribution. Thanks for the beautiful card. At the same time, I showed it at the beginning of the stream. I hope you had the chance to check it out. And I want to apologize for the long delay. Bruce goes out once a month to the once every 3 weeks, once a month to the mail. But I received everything. Everything was perfect, and I thank you so kindly and for being a member at the same time. Mary Lynn, thanks for being here. So sorry, guys. Sarah, that's a great, not great, but great. That's a great question. Let's see. Tina, Yanodi Tenaro is here, sunny in Florida. Thank you very much. Yes, sorry, yes. Martin, thanks for being here. Thanks, you guys, for welcoming people that I missed. Of course, it's impossible, so. Oh, never said you were, my friend. I interact with trolls even if people are. I wouldn't think you were, my friend. Oh, you need to do a lot more than that for me. I mean, disagreeing with me doesn't mean you're a troll either. At the same time, I'm not saying you disagree, but in general, right? Mark Bauer here. Thank you so much, Mark. The generous contributions for being here. Not just that in itself is a generous contributions for the memberships. A lot of you on and off with the members, and I can't help so much. I appreciate that. The comment on the chemtrails is correct. However, it serves multiple purposes. But yes, the mass energy converter flying through nanoparticles can be picked up. Yes, there's lots of stories to the chemtrails, not just one thing. Robin Phillips going up to see who I missed because I know I did. Oasis. Listen to that group a long time. You rock, Nyuka. Well, they like teasing. It's the only channel everyone talks about all the time. And she doesn't need any help. She's getting so many subscribers. Good for her. I don't agree with her theories. I would never tell people to believe what she's saying. You know, the plasma and the lights and stuff, it's just water. But those are different opinions. But the beautiful part is that freedom of speech, people have the right to follow any channel. And how lucky are the space channels to have somebody following both channels? I mean, hey, wonderful. Absolutely, totally cool. But Nyoka, I do appreciate that. I thank you very much. For understanding, it has nothing to do with jealousy. It has something to do with the work that I'm doing, trying to speak about the channel. But if every stream somebody talks about Gina, pretty sure everybody here already goes to Gina, or maybe it's people from here from Gina's community. Welcome in. Welcome in. All Wax Oasis on, make you feel good music. I'll go check that out. Martin in the house, elbow cough, got to sleep tonight. So have a nice time, man. And thanks for your pics and vids. Take care. Martin, I thank you, brother, very much for being here. Burn, nice to see you. And to all that I missed the comment because I scrolled down, so sorry. Thank you so much, Nyuka. Listen, guys, I really appreciate you guys and gals that do appreciate the channel and that believe that the research is like important research that should be out. YouTube, please allow us to share the truth to help humanity. And I hope, yes, thank you, YouTube. I hope it comes out that we will be able to one day, like literally, not be banned. If they stop shadow banning YouTube channels, we're gonna get a lot of people coming by here. It's basically what I think. Thanks so much, Lisa. Appreciate that, you guys. Merci, adios. Friday. Pizza's always good. Thanks, Nirka. Yes, Mary Lynn, here's me. And thanks again, Mary Lynn, for the beautiful contribution and wonderful kindness. Everything, you guys. I love you for it. The recent moon vid was cool. There are no straight lines in nature. Absolutely right. What is the rate of sun rotation? Oh, I'm not going to mention that. I have to go back and look at that. That's interesting, though. I'm not sure, not exactly sure of the rate of the sun rotation, but I can tell you one thing: when you look at the sun rotating, it goes like this, and it goes like this, and it goes like that, and then like this. It's not just going like this. It goes like this and like this, turns like that, and then turns like this and like this. I mean, you could tell only the only way you can tell that is by viewing the sunspots. And when you're filming the sunspots, you can see that actually happening. Loud and clear. Thanks again, Norma C. Sarah, thanks a lot, Sarah Morris. Have a great day to you too, to everyone, she says. Later, Bruce. By the way, Bruce, Lee is my husband. Absolutely cool. Thank you. The Morrises are here from Redacted? No, I'm kidding. Not the right Morris. Sarah, thanks a lot. And Lee, I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Really cool. Even cooler when hubby and wife come here, because we have a lot of wives that come here that the hubbies aren't interested. We got hubbies here that the wives aren't interested. So, yes. Thanks, my friends. KM's in the house. Suzanne. Yes. Awesome. Thank you, you guys. Legalize freedom. Love the name. You were on just fine. Someone lied. Thank you. Yeah. Well, I see. That's the thing. I was actually on for you, but I even got a phone call from a family member. I really was off. It's funny. It's the lag, but some people don't hear me off. Did you hear the last before last stream? I did. Remember what, guys? I didn't know. Do you guys remember when I played a video from the Black Vault? Well, not the Black Vault. They posted it. It's a video of the control tower speaking to airlines and military pilots that are talking about UFOs. You guys didn't even hear it, but you could only hear me, which freaked me out because it was playing full blast right beside me and the microphone didn't pick it up. And this microphone was picking up all around. It was impossible for it not to pick up. Anyways, glitch or not, it was really weird. Thanks, Norma. Yes. So we got that down pat. Hey, Boban is in the house. Yeah, my alien with his Puma outfit, his little Puma outfit. See my little, that I've had that for ages in some of my first apartments. My mother gave it to me. It's copper, I think, and it's not a spaceship. It's a ship, a sailboat, a pirate ship or whatever, and it used to be a light. So it was an old light that was in front of some building somewhere, which I don't remember where it was from, but I said I wanted it. It's a beautiful, very heavy piece. Yeah, well, I actually was off, but some people hear me on, and some people heard me off. That's really crazy. I just got it confirmed from a family member too. So some people kept hearing me. That's special, eh? Thanks, Kathy, in the house. Thank everyone for being here. Let's hope Bruce Sees All channel become greater. Share, subscribe, hit the like button. Thank you. No, thank you, Nirka Lopez Cuba, amiga. Muchas gracias. I'm sorry, that's the only thing I can say. I know that people in Spain or people that, or Latin America, people that speak, or in Cuba, people that speak Spanish often speak English. There were a lot of people in Dominican Republic when I went there. It wasn't in Cuba, but they were speaking English. So I thank you very much. Right on, Lisa. Yeah, could be. Could be. Yes, it is their end. This is the end. My only friend, the end. It's his only friend, the end, and he ended it. Or maybe someone ended it. Yeah, thanks, man. No, I was never off for you, but I guess I was off for a family member, and the family member didn't have a problem with the volume, so that's a little weird. Thank you, Patricia Parker. Hello. Nice to see ya. That's it happened several times. The last time, some people heard me, and some people heard the video, and some people didn't. There's something wrong about that. That's why I always have someone to confirm and to let me know when there's a problem with the volume. But some people get lag. So it could be that somebody in their home has the volume off, but the volume is actually on and it's just on their side, like you say, that it cuts off like it's a lag. Thanks again, Mark Bauer, for being here. KM. Hey, adios. Thank you, bro. Love you, BSA family. See you soon. Take care, Bruce. Stay safe, everyone. Same. And have a bonne soirée, man. Have a nice night. Not only have the sun and the moon been dancing everywhere. Yeah, damn right, Creepin' Jay. You know it. You and I both know it. But the weather has also been dancing all over the place. The same thing. Everything's synchronized and everything's desynchronized at the same time. Absolutely. The people are desynchronized. The animals are desynchronized. The weather system's desynchronized. And in Tonga, or Hunga, I think it's Tonga, where the volcanic eruption came from the bottom of the ocean. That Kai sent me a video where we actually saw it was a missile, but nobody knows. So from there's going to be a problem with the ozone. Isn't that odd? Where a missile would have landed, there's going to be a problem with the ozone now. So those volcanoes, once they erupt, it's another thing that people don't realize. Over top of those areas, the ozone layer will be eaten away, and more sunlight will enter, um, literally enter the magnetosphere and the Earth's atmosphere. So, hole in an ozone, hole in the magnetosphere, not quite the same. They say we have the protection against the sun's rays and radiation because of the shield that we have around Earth, but on each of the poles, the radiation still seeps in sometimes. So they say. I'm scooping the boya. Yes. I feel I'm losing weight since I stopped eating waffles. You know what? I believe that. See, my problem is that I'm not even eating waffles. So, but that's how it is. It could be one thing that you're eating, and you gain the weight and stuff like that. As a matter of fact, I love walking. I loved ED training and stuff. It's a time that I don't. That's an excuse. Actually, I could do it and go back walking, especially, and it's what I'm going to do. Especially that every time I get to a certain weight, I try to bring it back down, but it's hell the time to bring it back down. But last time I did that, I was 21, lost 101 pounds. But I don't think that's going to happen again. But it will, but it'll take a little longer because I'm still good at losing the weight. It's easy, stop eating, fast, don't have any snacks or sweet snacks and everything. If you're sad during the day, it's because you're losing weight. That's the way I look at it. Yes. Oh yeah, for sure. I feel like having some just hearing you talk about it. It's the cheese problem I have. I don't put cheese on the meal. I put cheese in a plate and I put some meal on the cheese. Do a bit of the opposite. Hey, eyes wide open. Thanks a lot. I appreciate that very much. Love you guys for it. Jeannot Mass, salut à toi. Merci beaucoup d'être ici. Yeah, Kai, same. Neither do I. Listen, I'm telling you, it's not us it's not you and I that are doing a big carbon footprint, Nirka. That's for sure. because some people are out in their planes every bloody day. And if it's for work, I get it. I'm not mad at people for doing that. It's just that the elites are telling people that, going to be monitoring their carbon footprint and stuff like that, asking us to put down the heat. How about they design a system that works instead? Forcing us to buy electric cars so that we wait 40 minutes for a charge, and so that we have to wonder when we're going to reach the other station, looking in a town to see if there's any charge there where we're going, right? And then all of a sudden there's a blackout. And what are electric cars worth? Nothing in a blackout. Absolutely nothing. The dying batteries. The Tesla ports where they charge the batteries, they got to change those big batteries in there for, and I say big batteries, it's basically hundreds of thousands of batteries in this big container, right? They got to change that every 21 years. So it's not much of a good thing. Going green, they say. I love it when they say that. Going green. That's like the Eolians. The Eolians that have motor that uses fuel, and they have oil that leaks into the ground. It's green. How many people actually thought that it was just the wind pushing? No, not really. They have some help. Same, Lisa. That's for sure. Yep. The sun also. Yes, thank you. And thanks for coming in, you guys, to listen in. I had to find the website and listen to the pilots communicating with the control tower. Your video didn't have the sound. Isn't that crazy, eh? I listened to it afterwards and it blew my mind, and I had no idea. So yeah, it was. I'm sorry about that, you guys. But there's a lot of energy glitches here. Lots of weird stuff happens on the channel. I'm telling you, I'd give away the aging. Like I'd age more to be thinner instead. Like imagine if people got abducted, came back really thin. You can clearly see I've never been abducted. And staying dead. Thanks, Marilyn. Très intéressant, comme toujours. On adore tes images de la Lune et le Soleil. Jeannot Masse, merci. Hey, ça fait depuis le 7 décembre 2022. J'ai vu le Soleil que 2 fois. Imagine, j'ai pas vu d'étoiles, j'ai pas vu de lune non plus. Puis comme, pas une fois, là. Who was it a couple streams back, or was it last stream, that almost made me go buy a bottle of whiskey? Because I had, you know what? We're talking about losing weight. I quit doing that, which even though I wasn't drinking a lot of it, really not a lot of it, in the coffee, I like the taste, a little bit in the coffee, not in the morning, at night, right? And another buzz. But I said, well, I looked it up, and apparently whiskey's fattening. But then I kept looking up everything that I eat, and everything's fattening, I mean, everything, but a little bit of whiskey in the coffee is something that I used to like. Whiskey Wednesday. We'd get along, Star Hunter. Whiskey drinkers have great tales. I can't thank you enough. I feel the energy, Nirka. Honestly, I love you guys for it so much. I'm always going to be here, so it helps so much too. The contributions like that. I mean, guys, even if it's once in the year, it really helps and stuff. And as for contributing, well, you guys know how to do it. The super chats here when you can. Once a year, Christmas, $2 if you can, but it's not a necessity. It's a free channel. On each of the videos, not the streams, but each of the videos in the description, I have the Patreon channel. I have the fundraiser on myevent.com to get money for equipment and stuff. And people that appreciate the video can also, with the thanks button, leave as little as $1 or $2. And I don't really talk about the fundraisers here. The mods often do and share the link for me, but I share them on all the videos, and the ones that want to go see the links can go see it. That way I don't have to start it off. I don't think there's any video of me ever talking about the fundraisers, the videos, like with the videos at the beginning. I could, which is not too annoying, because it's not a necessity. But it's true. These channels that, I'm doing it full time, and unless there's help on that side, sometimes it's a bit harder to get a salary. So yeah, one love, sister, for sure. God bless you, and please, I do believe in the moon people living their other life forms. Yes, I do, and amen to that. It really exists, and the beautiful thing, um, Nyuka, the beautiful. That's a beautiful name, by the way. The beautiful thing is that we can find out what's on the moon, looking at the footage and deciphering and analyzing and coming up with your own conclusions on what I'm filming. I'm not here to force you guys to believe it's aliens or to force you to believe it's this or that, but I'm here to tell you that we have the confirmation that there is someone up on the moon, no matter who it is. We may be wondering who it is, but there's still someone there. We don't have to wonder if someone's there. There is somebody there. Now, static electricity from the microphone again. I get that on my face. Do you guys get that? I'm close to the microphone and I just feel this buzz. Get electrocuted. Oh, yes, they can. Absolutely. Without sounding crazy, somebody sent me a video of frequency, and it said in the video to listen for 3 minutes. After the second minute, I started seeing spots. There was no visuals. It was just a sound, and it made me feel sick. And when I looked it up afterwards, I said that's a bit silly. Certain frequencies will make people feel sick. Whether you believe it or not, if you understand energy, ticklish. If you understand energy, the energy at the bottom of your spine, if you can bring it up visually or mentally in the bottom of your spine, of your gut, okay, bring it up through your chest, stomach, chest, and your throat, and align it with your pineal gland to align the crystals in your brain. I was talking to a friend about the alignment of the crystals in the ears, but as for in the brain, apparently there's also crystals that can be aligned, and when you align it, you have to align it with the energy that's in the bottom of your body. Now, you know what I think about that information? I think somebody is either talking through experience or talking about a theory or something like that. But it doesn't mean when somebody talks about energy that person is right about doing it. Me, I experienced energy. And when I hear them, though, talking about bringing it from the stomach up through your body to the top, there's some truth to that. It's like astral traveling, sort of the opposite. Astral traveling, they say, I don't do it from the top, I do it from the bottom. The 2 or 3 times that I tried it, somebody that says, "Oh, I astral travel every Tuesday." Well, everybody can do it, and I'm sure that the people that can are not doing it every week. But either way, you numb your bottom of your body, the feet, the toes, go up to the legs. Imagine you're numb, stomach, the chest, the arms, and then you don't feel light. Then all of a sudden, you feel this massive weight. The ears go deaf, and then I always get afraid because I feel like I'm being sucked into the bed. But this energy thing is real. And back in the days, I'd mentioned it. We're talking about earrings, right? Which I have a left earring, by the way, so I'm straight. But the earring, the enormous, I always said I get a good laugh every time. The earrings, the Egyptians, that's how it started, and that's where Sumerians and everything. This is where people wanted to do the same. Wow, look, they have decorations on their ears. But apparently, scientists, as a theory, with facts, are saying that it had nothing to do with decoration. The metal that they had on their ears and around their necks and on their heads. There were stones, jewels, crystals, on the ears and on the neck, around their wrists and stuff. It was protection, it was to ward off bad spirits, it was healing energy. So I had this vivid thought or dream about the Egyptians being extremely advanced, and well, that's pretty, everybody knows that, but seriously being extremely advanced, and that they were very familiar with frequencies. Was it alien given to them? Is that how they found something like we did, like by unburying something? Or I don't know, but I think there's some truth to that. Apparently, it's to align the pineal gland and to allow it to extrude, to come out by an opening the mouth. They say the eyes, because that's the only way the pineal gland can go get light is by the eyes. You can say you can have an airhead, it comes in by the ears, but I don't think so. So the light intake is only through the eyes. So you can say the pineal gland and the eyes are one. I, for one, believe that the brain, the pineal gland, the eyes, ears, and heart are one organ. I believe they function as one organ. The brain and the heart, two things. There's some importance in not necessarily loving, but there's an importance in the emotions to be able to do anything, whether it be for energy, astral travel, seeing a spirit. If you're not emotional, if you didn't go through maybe a tragic incident, I mean, when I lost my dad, it fucked me up. I was alone. Yes, my mom was there, but I mean, it screwed up the way I thought of the world. And then everything got aligned back again. And he started communicating with me. And then I was realizing at a young age that, wow, I mean, there's other dimensions and all this. It was crazy for me. Never in my life would I have ever been able to talk about that with another student. I did with one of my first girlfriends a long time ago, and talking about the other side. But it's like there was never an interest as much as with me. When you see it and you experience it once, and you see something that changes your life, you'll never not believe in the other side. I don't have a need to prove who God is. I don't have an urge or a need or a must to find out what's on the other side. I just know that there's an interaction with the other side and with this side. It's always been. Some people are in tune, right? Some people are really open-minded, but I'm always afraid. I don't like imitating other people when I talk about the energy. So going to, Bruce, the chakras and yeah, I get it, but I like talking about how I feel the energy is being distributed instead of jumping on someone else's term, because then you might be stuck saying, oh, well, that's the pineal gland. Like it could be something else there. We tend to stay stuck, including me, on certain theories that we like. So I remain open-minded about any possibility. I don't think we know. I don't think we know anything about our body. Honestly, we're at the beginning of time. The ancient civilizations were far more advanced than us in medicine, probably even in politics, especially technology. So maybe there were phones back in the days. It wouldn't surprise me if the Egyptians would not have even had maybe motorized vehicles. I mean, that for a lot of people, it's going to say it's stupid because you're going to say it's been proven that it's not. I don't think archaeology, nothing's ever going to be proven. I think it's always going to be a story that changes. And when we dig up something, we come up with a theory that, well, that's why that's there. And that's why, the Egyptians, they were able to move big blocks and stuff. What if there were 30-foot giants? What if there were 10,000 or 1,000 giants where 15, 30, 40, 50, or 100 giants grabbed 10 blocks and brought them up and placed them up on top to build a pyramid? I mean, it's other ideals. They were like, it's impossible to move big blocks up like that. Well, how about making cement blocks on top of a hill and digging the sand away to build your pyramid from starting up high? So instead of building a pyramid from on the bottom, imagine going up on top of a sand big hill, like they deliberately put it there with the bulldozers or whatever. And from there, they could make the rock themselves. Now, hang on. There's a recipe to melt rock. We don't know how to do it. The scientists found out that they could do it a long time ago, where we find these electrical coils all intertwined, like an alternator, with melted rock, where they melt the rock and the rock forms and goes all around conductive, right? They were really smart and advanced. As a matter of fact, guys, you know how we're trying to downsize the, not use electricity, and we want to go green, and we're, solar panels and stuff. Well, who says that coil, the Egyptian times, and they were melting the rock? Who said that they didn't have electricity like us, polluted the entire earth, and then decided to go green? So maybe that's some of the ideals that they had. Maybe the aliens brought them the ideals of these, to build these pyramids, because honestly, the pyramids isn't a place to bury anybody. The pyramids aren't filled with sarcophages either. Sarcophages, look it up. There's not a lot of sarcophages that were found inside of the pyramids. That is the truth. Not a lot of them. There's a lot of skepticism around Tutankhamun's tomb, because I remember, I have a book here, very old book from the 1800s, and in that book from the 1800s, they talk about Napoleon Bonaparte went to Egypt, and in the turmoil, with the war going on, they went with a group of, an elite team to go and empty Tutankhamun's tomb. And then you hear many years after, not too long ago from now, actually, they said, "Oh, look, we found Tutankhamun's tomb, and we're gonna look at all the riches and it and whatnot." Hey, come on. Wow. Anyways, it's funny. Thank you so much, Norma C. I love you guys. Thanks so much for being here. Listen, thanks for watching the last video. If ever, you disagree with the research, or you're curious about how I'm doing it, there's no mystery to doing it. Slow things down, put the exposure down, green filter, converted image, wait, and just like fishing, wait for things to go by. Maybe the events that I caught all those lights going by, maybe it's going to slow down, and maybe at one point I won't see anymore. Maybe it was, pocketed events that happened over maybe many years. But those of you that don't know it, and I'm really not doing it to brag. I'm doing it because I'm really proud that the United States government was actually allowing my research to show up on August 2021 at the big, massive meeting of all ufologists around the world. So that means maybe they're not going to shut me down. Okay, they're obviously not going to turn around and say Bruce is getting a whole bunch of stuff, but they allowed me to show the work, because maybe the Pentagon, as much as they lie or whatnot, I get it, but obviously they're not gods. They think they are, but there's obviously some UFOs and some lights that they have not documented, like the one I got close to the house that I was able to show there. Maybe they didn't see that type of UFO, because I tend to think that these lights are completely different. It could be millions of different types of lights. Why do you think they're opening so many different ideas and associations? And you watch all the fields that will revolve around ufology now. Again, the paranormal field of researching ghosts, for me, it's the same field, two different branches. It's always been, whether it be you call them entities or ghosts. Hey guys, thank you so much for coming by. Maria, thank you for being here. Notice the odd behavior of YT, logging out several times in a row today. Yeah, I noticed that too. I've had the problem before. Christian Marquez. Merci, mon frère. Salut à toi, man. Merci, bro. Yeah, same here, Maria. It's been going on and off. Got hit by a car at 16. Sorry to hear about that, brother. Rolled up, broke the windshield, and hit the ground. No injuries. And yeah, and you would have said the story any other way. It's either you go through the windshield or you roll up. So you literally rolled up. So you were going ahead forward, and it bounced you, and you rolled up. Probably bounced twice. Bounced on the hood, bounced on the top of the car, and you're okay. That's incredible. Man, I hit a post while I was driving, and get this, as I was turning, we call it in chasse mobile. It's a mobile. It's a hunt with AM, FM radios and upper lower sideband radios. We used to do the hunts, and you do a search and a bearing by putting your antenna on the corner of your car to be able to locate where somebody is modulating, to be able to find them. We used to have competitions and trophies and stuff by doing that. And long story short, when I turned, and merci encore, Christian. When I turned, I took my seatbelt off because my what did I have at that point? Oh yeah, my boosted 9 volt, almost 12 volt Midland AMCB fell down and was hanging from the positive and negative wire because I had just temporarily put it in the dash. You know how the kids like breaking holes in their dash just to stick the CB in? Well, when I did that, it fell to the ground. I took my seatbelt off, looked up, and real quickly went to grab it. When I grabbed it, I was turning left on the road. I turned left, grabbed it. It's 1-2, guys. And when I looked up, that tiny road has the posts in the road instead of on the other side of the sidewalk. So when I turned, it touched the edge of my car because I had looked down and took my seatbelt off, hit the post. My head went into the windshield. I bent the steering wheel, no seatbelt. I didn't go out of the car. Too friggin' big to get out of the car. It was a scoop I had. Imagine me in a scoop. Bent the handle of the bent the steering wheel with my hand into the speedometer, and the hand that goes park, reverse, neutral, drive, 2, low, 1. I bent it forward and right into the radio because I held on like that when I saw that there was a post in front of me. Lifted up my 2 feet to slam on the brakes. When I lifted up my 2 feet, I went out of the windshield with just my head. Try to understand that my neck went all the way to the windshield. My hat laid down, like went down and upwards, and I hit the windshield like that with the hat, fell back down. The hat came back up off my face. My hat protected my face. It's not I could cut myself. So I didn't feel anything happen in the car. No, I wasn't drunk. I was taken out of the car and I saw the car hit the post and my 2 hands were on the trunk of the car. And I saw the underneath of the car lift up and go back down. And then I woke up in the car. I had nothing, no sore bones, nothing wrong. My dad died in a tragic accident. And I believe that he was probably saying, "You dumbass, I'm going to save you once," and probably saved me. Yeah, Kai, I believe it, man. That was a rough bump, brother. But I'll tell you what, yeah, kind of fast. Is there something about everybody aging in the past 2 years? I mean, I had the neighbors. I was so shy to go out. I said, "Oh my God, I gained so much weight. I don't want to go for a walk." And then I looked outside and I saw all the neighbors. All the neighbors gained weight. People looking older, you know. Maybe Earth's rotating too fast and we're looking older. Well, guys, I am going to have to get off, but I do thank you so much for being here, for the amazing support and contributions, for coming to the channel. Maria says, odd moon phenomena on the backside. The moon was clearly visible. A sheen in green. David Shane, Starman, caught fantastic pics. I believe it. And that side of the moon is the lit side of the moon, because that's actually the side of the moon where the sun is facing on it, and not this side. It's the Earth trine, they say. The sun's actually not shining on Earth's side of the moon. It's reflecting off of Earth, they say, and bouncing onto the moon. So same here, Nyoka. Yeah, see, absolutely. Same here. Don't trust the air that we breathe. I understand about not going out. Yeah, there's something with that. You have to be very, very careful to choose the right days and the right times, I guess. Lots going on with that. I mean, it's just absolutely crazy. Damn right, eyes wide open. Stick around. We don't want to see you leaving. Yes, very true, Nico. That's absolutely right. I just discovered Mercury isn't the bugaboo we've been told. Yes, it's coming out. It's all different. So is Jupiter now. They're showing many different images. Wouldn't be surprised if ozone isn't so bad either. I love the smell after a storm. Same here. Yeah, you're right about that. Normal. Yes, the eons, eh? We smell the negative eons. You could buy a machine and ionizers. It pushes out negative eons. and it kills the positive ones, or which one? The positive eons smell and the negative eons don't, or something like that. But I love the smell after rain, and it's the eons that you can smell in the sky. There you go, guys. Kai just wrote you back. Yeah, it's not for the faint-hearted. You should see that image. He sent it to me when Kai hurt himself, guys. I mean, it looked like he fell off a building and that it cracked open his head. It was pretty serious, very serious. You're lucky to be back, jump back that fast, man. Yes. Yeah, you're the same as me, Nyoka. The same as me. I actually call out to alien beings and to other beings out to other beings outside of our solar system to come and help Earth. I also believe that combining our energies. Remember when we talked about it last, crew? Do you remember that? The guide stones. We said let's put our energies together and push the elites back. Imagine them crumbling. Imagine them not succeeding. And that's something very real. And when people put their minds to it, if the government knew that so many people knew that the energy was real, they would be afraid of us. As a matter of fact, they're continually battling us for that. I believe humans are magical. We're magical beings. Back those stories about Merlin and the dragons and all that, giants, and it's all real, guys. I think I just found a big bird claw. The bird would have been 12 to 13 feet high. This is in archaeology. And again, do I mention it? No, because there's so many videos that you don't know if it's real or not. That they say, look at the big claw they found in Brazil. It's a channel that has millions of views. You don't know, what's the name of the archaeologist that found it or whatnot. So you have to be careful with a lot of clickbait. It makes it hard makes it hard for other channels. That's for sure. We are so innocent. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Hopefully not. Yeah, that's nice what he carved. Yeah, you see that? Or whether he carved it or found it, it's effing incredible. It's beautiful. Nice arrowhead, lots of energy with that. It's perfect, by the way. You see the two gaps. As a matter of fact, I wanted to get a piece of wood and to properly do one and bind one together. It'd be pretty cool. Me in a grass skirt in the woods. Imagine seeing a tribe. You get onto an island, there's a tribe there, and everyone's overweight walking in the woods. That's so funny. Like sun gazing, we aren't taught about how it communicates information to us. That's right, guys. Be at one with nature. I'm telling you, be at one with nature. Before I get off here, nature does speak to us. Trees speak to us also. Not for nothing. King Charles goes and shakes hands with the trees. Yeah, for sure. It was bad. Yeah. Listen, I hear you. Hey, it's funny you say that. Listen, just the other day, there's something I can order as a greenhouse. I mean, it sounds stupid, but it's actually a dream of mine to have a big ass greenhouse there, grow a whole bunch of vegetation and whatever, flowers, roses, plants, but probably stuff to eat would be best. Like having a winter garden where things grow inside and everything. I've always wanted to do that. I mean, obviously, I do not have the land. My house is 20 feet wide, 20 feet long, not 20 feet wide, actually. But if I had the chance, which I'm happy to, even though it's not paid off, that I live in a very small house, because more and more now, people that own big houses, it's going to be a thing of the past. Not a lot of people know it, that in the States, Los Angeles, California, those places like that, having a house is an incredible luxury, and not many people have it, because you guys down there, it's going to cost you $500,000 to get a house, and just a house. Here prices are different. You can still, not now because the prices went up, but it's not going to be a very big or new house, but there's still possibilities around here out in the boonies to get a house around 100,000, but not, Toronto. Don't even think of it. An apartment building, just a room in an apartment building is many thousands of dollars per month. And it's too bad that they do that. How can people afford for that in a family? That's the goal of it, right? It's to keep everyone poor. And for sure. Yeah, she might be watching. I hope she is. Absolutely, Nyuka. It does help. Absolutely. And there's some really good videos with the playlist. And the playlist, when you look at a playlist, guys, all videos of 2022. You can look at a whole bunch of names and titles. I have a video in Russian language. I have a video in Chinese. I have a video in Spanish. I have a videos in French. So you can look around. I'd have to find that Chinese video. There's one here, a short Chinese video, 5-minute video where I speak Chinese. You gotta get a good laugh out of that. Very hard language, by the way. It is, Christian. C'est vraiment ici, bro. Ça s'en vient. Vidéo sur Ovni Québec Astronomie demain, en plus des en direct. J'espère te voir là, Christian. Christian, mon frère, merci pour le grand support. Muchas gracias, Nurka Lopez, Cuba. Thank you so much, amiga. I appreciate that. I love you, sister. Thank you so much, you guys, for coming by. This is a nice place to hang out. You're awesome. It's because of you guys. It's because of you guys. I really appreciate it. And please come back all the time, you guys, whenever you want. Do you have experience with magnets or electromagnetic maglev gravitics? Love it. Like digital maglev module or electrostatic lifter craft. I have minimal basic understanding of those things, and I'm still studying them all the time. Gravity for me remains a theory, right? And there's a lot of, magnetism is something, for me that I've invested a lot of time studying for sure. So guys, thank you so much. Yes, the earth is drunk. Sun is drunk. You damn right. Moon too. Government's drunk. We are too sometimes. Only we weren't being lied to 24/7. If only we knew what was going on. You're absolutely right about that. You guys take good care of yourselves, and thank you for the great show in the last video and the comments. Videos are limited here, always at 200. Excuse me. The videos are limited at 100 actually, and the reason why it gets to 200 is because I reply to all of them. So if you leave a comment on the video, I will reply to it. Even the streams, often I get a chance to get by them, and I fix the ad problem on the streams every time. I would let them put the ads on for me, Google, because that's the kind of account I have, is to let Google choose the ads, right? They had put 185 to 200 ads on a live stream. So I went back. That started about 2.5 months ago, but I didn't know. So I had to go back to about 15 or 20 live streams to adjust everything. So now what I do is every time I do the live stream, I wait 15, 20 minutes. And before going to put the ads on, like they're not on yet, I go and I wait to be sure that when I put the ad on, there's one. I put an ad at the beginning of an hour stream, guys, and then I scroll to 60 minutes after an hour and I put another pause, and that's it. YouTube shows their own ads. So it's easy for me to say, oh, it's not me, it's YouTube, but it is. And when there's too many ads on the video, one very sweet person, I think it was Beverly or somebody, I think it was Beverly, she took the time to tell me, Bruce, I went on one of your videos and I was presented 30 ads in a matter of a minute. That's impossible. So I went immediately to take them off. So it's not going to happen because I'm watching it, but if ever it did, or you're on a very old video or something and you notice on the stream that it does that, let me know and I will definitely go and adjust it. Last time I asked that, we had some people lying saying there's too many ads, and there's not. There's one or two on a 2-hour stream, not 1 hour stream, two on top of it. So absolutely, Lisa, Lisa, it's all about the frequencies. Yeah, right on, man. True. Nyuka, yes, neodymium magnets. I have some here, and I have some very powerful ones, like round beads. Those are the ones that bounce. When you bang two neodymium magnets together, it keeps the vibration. They keep vibrating. It's something that I love doing tests with. My grandfather used to test with magnets and was trying to make a wheel that turns, just like Tesla was trying to do. Didn't have a big enough garage, but a lot of people did those things back in the days. My grandfather was someone really, really, really smart. Let's see if his clock was going to ring. So it's still snowing outside. Looks pretty bad. Oh yeah, it's bad. I thank you everybody so much for coming to the stream. I love you so much for the generous contributions. If you're here, you're definitely contributing to the channel. I'll be making a French video en français demain, en direct demain, live stream also tomorrow on the French channel. I stream at 1:00 p.m. to 3:00 on Avenue Quebec Astronomy. There's the Patreon channel. I'll be making a video in the next couple of days. Thank you so much, everyone. And I love you so much for the comments, for those of you who took the time to subscribe to the channel, and for your interest in what's going on the moon. Hopefully, we're going to get 2023 at least 3 more UFO disclosures where hopefully they're going to be transparent, but there's so much going on. Don't get too discouraged. We've seen more in the past 5 years than we've seen since Roswell. They're starting to come out with a lot of stuff. If they're going to want to venture out into space and have tourism, there's some things they're going to have to divulge to us. So thanks, everybody. Stay strong. Please leave me a comment on the video if you appreciate the videos. If you don't want to comment on the streams, no problem. But once in a while, stop by the videos if you appreciate them. And as soon as I get the moon and the stars and whatnot, we'll be doing some more infrared UFO captures. Last capture in 2022 and the first captures in 2023 were UFOs leaving the surface of Earth right here at the end of the street. So that's something I'm going to be showing you, hopefully some more sightings this summer. So I thank you all very, very much. I believe very strongly in frequencies, and I believe that they are and have been used already here in the USA as it was done in Cuba. Yes, it was done in Cuba. And absolutely, they have a patent where they created a weather manipulation machine with certain elements and chemicals that can be dropped into hurricanes to slow them down, to make them go faster, to make them change the routes. And this was in between 1947 to 1951. I could be off a couple of years. It's either 51 exactly or 47 that they did that. And then we go back to the Vietnam War, where the Americans, they drowned them out, right? Korean War and all these things that were going on. So, all right, guys, thanks again. I'll talk to you all very, very soon. And thanks for sticking around for 2 hours and 12 minutes. I think we were able to do, and there was no cut with the storm. And I thank you, everyone, again, for the beautiful letters and contributions. Talk to you soon. Keep watching to look for the next videos. Tomorrow I'll get another one up for you all. Bye-bye for now. Bye, Lisa. Bye, everyone. I am Kai, eyes wide open. I'll do like Romper Room. I see Lisa. I see eyes wide open. Thanks, guys. Talk to you soon.